Today's lesson is on section 7.1, segments, angles, and inequalities. We're going to first start with the comparison property. Comparison property says for any two real numbers, A and B, A can be less than B, A can be equal to B, or A can be greater than B. Let's use some examples with a number line here. So, looking at the number line, I'm looking at SE and MT. So the distance from S to E is 2 units. The distance from M to T is 3 units. I'm just going to count those spaces in the number line. So I'm going to use the inequality symbol. SE is less than MT. Number 2 here, M to W. The distance of M to W would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. The distance from S to M would be 3 units. So I'm going to use the inequality symbol greater than. So MW is greater than SM. And the last one here, EM. So the distance from E to M would be 1 unit. And the distance from W to O is also 1 unit. So those two segments or sections are equal. So E to M is equal to WO. All right, moving down to the chart here. Segment comparison theorem. So if point C, I'm going to draw this first. So I'm going to put an A here, a B here, and I'm going to put a C in between here. Hold on just a second. I'll put C right here. If point C is between points A and B and C are all collinear, means they're on the same line, then AB, this big section, is greater than the small section AC. And AB, that big segment, is also greater than the other small segment, CB. All right, angle comparison theorem here. If ray EP, so right here, ray EP, is between ray ED and ray EF, then the measure of angle DEF, let me highlight that here, so angle DEF, so the large angle, is greater than the measure of angle DEP, which is one of the small angles. Okay. And angle DEF, which is again that large angle, angle DEF, is also greater than that other small angle, angle PEF, right here. Okay, so the larger angle is always going to be greater than the smaller two angles together. Okay, let's move down to, oops, I don't want to draw that. Let's move down here to this picture. The graph on the right here shows a portion of music sales for each country. So we've got a circle here, and inside that circle we've got some angles. So we're going to replace this dot right here with a less than, greater than, or equal to symbol to make each sentence true. So the first one I'm going to look at is angle SCI. So angle SCI, right there. And angle UCI. Now that I've drawn over that, I can't see that, so let's erase that. Let's use something a little thinner here. So angle SCI and angle UCI here. So angle SCI is going to be less than angle UCI. which is that larger angle there. All right, and now angle MCS, so MCS, and angle ICM. So angle MCS is the larger angle, so it's greater than angle ICM. And the last example here on this picture, angle UCM and angle ICM. For this one, I'm going to look at those measurements right here. So angle UCM is 119 degrees, and angle ICM is 122 degrees. So looking at that, I know that angle ICM is greater than, so I'm going to use the less than symbol because angle UCM is less than angle ICM. All right. And the last thing I want to talk about for today, which is not, I'm going to, is the symbol, is just a symbol chart for you guys to have to reference. In each of these boxes here on the right, we're going to put the symbols and then an example. So I'm going to draw a line just to separate my box, and then I'll zoom in a little bit for you. So not equals, the not equal symbol is an equal symbol with a line through it to indicate that it's not equal. So an example of that would be 3 is not equal to 7. Greater than symbol, which we just used on the other page, is the one that opens that way. So let's use 4 is greater than 2. Just like greater than, this one we have greater than or equal to, so the symbol looks just like the greater than sign, but then it's got that bar underneath, so that's greater than or equal to. So I'm going to use 4 and 2 again, so 4 is greater than or equal to 2. Not greater than or equal to, so just like that not equal sign, it's going to be that greater than or equal to symbol without that symbol in there. I'm going to use those numbers up top again. 3 is not greater than or equal to 7. If you need to, let's see, okay. Less than, I'm going to use that less than symbol here. Less than symbol, so I know that 5 is less than 8. Less than or equal to, very similar to the less than, except less than or equal to, I had that bar underneath it. So again, 5 is less than or equal to 8. And the last one, that less than or not equal, not less than or equal to, again, using that line to indicate that it's not true. Flip those numbers. 8 is not less than or equal to 5. That concludes the notes for section 7.1. Your assignment is down here on the bottom. You also have that in your packet. And there you go.